is an endlessly joyful melee marksman who makes waves with the strength of her allies. She steals power from the demon of joy, Ashlesh, siphoning incomparable magic from his prison. With every step, her water whip slays monsters that would destroy the world. So the legends say. Welcome to the Nilah Champion Spotlight.
Joy, unceasing and forever.
Nilah's passive, Joy Unending, makes ally heals and shields more powerful on her, increasing their value by a small amount. When a nearby ally casts an ability that heals or shields Nilah or themselves, Joy Unending buffs both of them for the bonus value. See, everyone's happier when Nilah's around.
Joy protect you!
Though she's quick to crush foes, Nilah is a caring friend. When she last hits a minion, she'll whip up some bonus experience and split it with the nearest ally.
Such happiness!
Use Nilah's Q, Formless Blade, to attack enemies with her water whip. Roll 3d10. Wait, no, that's not right. Formless Blade strikes in a line, damaging all enemies hit. Hitting an enemy increases Nilah's attack range and attack speed for a few seconds, and her basic attacks will splash in a cone, dealing additional damage. Formless Blade has a short cooldown. If you hit it consistently, your sustained AoE will wash enemies away.
My waters cut deep!
With Formless Blade's passive, damage against champions will ignore some of their armor and heal Nilah for part of the damage dealt. This effect scales with a crit chance and can overheal, granting a shield. Nilah's W shrouds her in Jubilant Veil, where she briefly gains bonus move speed and dodges all incoming basic attacks. She also takes reduced magic damage to really rain on her enemy's parade. Touching an allied champion hides them in the Veil as well, but they'll be protected for a shorter period. With her demon hunting responsibilities, Nilah must be swift as a coursing river. Her E, Slipstream, lets her dash through a target unit, damaging all enemies she passes through. Nilah can hold 2 charges of Slipstream at once, and she'll always move for a set distance, so get ready to go with the flow. Cast Formless Blade during Slipstream to pull a wave in your path, dealing damage and activating your empowered attacks. Nilah unleashes a surge of power with her ultimate, Apotheosis, lashing her whip in an area around her. With the final burst, she pulls enemies in toward the center. Apotheosis heals Nilah for part of the damage dealt, converting any excess healing into a shield. This effect scales the crit chance and is granted to nearby allies. After all, joy is meant to be shared.
Now you know what you're up against.
In lane, longer range opponents can easily poke Nilah out, so rely on Joy Unending to keep you healthy and gain extra experience. Nilah's self-healing and armor penetration scale with crit chance, so you'll need a few items before you're really whipped into shape. When you're ready to dive in, managing Nilah's mobility is key to giving your enemies whiplash. As a melee marksman, she has to be especially alert to stay out of hot water against tanky frontliners and bruisers. Slipstream has a long cooldown, but it holds 2 charges and targets allies as well as enemies. It's a powerful tool for maneuvering around a teamfight, if you use it wisely. Jubilant Veil can also ensure Nilah's survival by blocking basic attacks, and you can even use it to protect your teammates in a pinch. There may be an I in Nilah, but there isn't one in team. She wants to be the star of every fight, but be sure to stick with friends who can keep her alive. Without support, your tail might end up with an H2 oh no!
Remember my name.
Nilah's true power lies in mid and late game team fights when your foes are grouped up for cutting down. Activate Formless Blade's passive as often as possible and you'll topple the greatest of giants. Clump up enemies with Apotheosis, then use Formless Blade to empower your attacks and deal tons of damage. Combined with ally heals and shields, you'll slice through the enemy like a whip sword through butter.
Joyous!
With skill, grace, and a water-bending whip sword, the Joy Unbound will slay with a smile. Continue the epic of Nilah at the links below.
And how strong are you?